Hey everybody, welcome to Bank of Trading Value. I want to share something with you that I learned from doing 2,400 trades per day. I did 2,400 trades per day for a year, so you don't have to. On another post, I did share on another video, actually, I did share that I did 2,417 trades per day. I shared that on a previous video. If I find that after this, I will bring it up, but if not, just guys ask me about it in the comment section below, and I'll either make a new video and just share the screenshot from that, or yeah. But anyway, so I did this many trades and I learned so much. I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to show a whiteboard this time because some people are like, hey, you got those coaching to help people learn how to leverage their money, and it costs $40,000 for 2 hours. So what do you know? Well, here's something that I do know. I'm going to share this with you right here. So I did 2,417 trades per day. Now this is average. I traded almost every day, not quite every day, but I traded almost every single day. Now this was from March of 2023 to March of 2024. Now I've had other days where I've done 300 and whatever, but this is the most I've ever traded in my life, and this is what I learned. So let's take this green. Number one. And for those 7-figure earners, this is very important for you. And for the people that are trying to get to 7-figure earners, or they're at 5 figures, 4 figures, or something like that per year or per month, here's something for you to keep in mind too. Number one, more trades, more trading. Let's do T because it's starting to glitch. That is my rabbit there that you guys hear running around. More trades equals less profit. Oh, wow. Yes. More trades equals less profit. But some people will say this is common sense. Yes and no. I equate it to this. If somebody's training for track and field and they're trying to get faster, so you're trying to decrease your time. You're trying to decrease time, which is T, but you're trying to increase your speed, which is S. So I'm trying to decrease my losses, and that would be represented in a different way. Decrease my loss while I'm trying to increase, here we go, if this stops glitching, my profit. So that's what I was trying to do. And on the one hand, this works. On the one hand, it works. But what I winded up finding is that it's not that it led to losses. It just was less profit because concentration, that's number one. And then two, let's go to number two. This is what I learned here because it goes hand in hand with number two. Time. Okay. Now I found out actually I could do very well and get, let's say that I was trading over the course of 90% of my money. I found out that was making it in about 400 trades or more or so. It just depends because the amount of time that I traded, the more time I traded, the less money I would make. So I would make less money or I would increase my chances of losing. So I would lose more and I would also make less money. All right. So I get less profit because I'm losing more often. Now, that might be common sense, but it's not because of the more trades necessarily. It's because of the time. Now, that's two different things. Number one, let's put a box around this really quick. Number one, it was this frequency. Okay. It's the frequency if it allows me to write this on the screen, the frequency of the trades. So that means how quick the trades were between each second, because I was trading primarily on the 5-second chart. And then also the length of time. We're just going to put LNG for length of time. I could put the TH there. So it's the frequency and length of time. What I winded up doing was trading 12 and 16-hour days. Many of you have noticed that I didn't make content on this channel for a while. It's very hard to concentrate on doing anything else when I'm trading. Now, I purposely at some point started to increase it to 12 on purpose. This was not by accident. I started off doing like 4 hours or less. And then I said, oh, I'm making this much money. Why don't I increase it more? 90% of the money I was going to make either came in the first 1 hour, 2 hours, or 4 hours. Everything after that, it was if I was going to lose money for that day. There was some times where I turned it around, but if I lost the money, I lost the money. And if I would either lose more or break back even, and I traded 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours or even 16 just to do what? Even on some of the days where I lost money, there were, I can remember 7 of these, I think it's 7, 6 or 7, where I was at a loss. Let's say I was down 1,000. I came back up and then I winded up making 2,000. Now for me, that is not worth it. You're trading 16 hours just to make $2,000. I would have been better off losing the 1,000 to 1,500, in one case $3,700, because that's what one of the lost days were that I turned around. Yeah. I would rather just take the loss. That is too much concentration. Yes, some of those days, like that 3,700, that took me 2 different trading days to accumulate. Like on one day it was like 1,000, the other day was 2,700 and whatnot. And then the third day, that's where it went down, and I'm like, so then I lost, came back up, and made, I think that day, $830 something, 34 or something. So yeah, that wasn't worth it. Definitely wasn't worth it. And that day, that took me 10 hours of trading. Yeah, 10 hours. And I was actually up further than that. But then within a few minutes, I lost like 400 or 500 of the profit I made. So I was up higher than that 800 plus. And then I said, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not about to do it. I started trying to hold on. I wanted to make 2,000 or 3,000, because if I was going to take that long, I said, look, I needed to make more. Now that wasn't worth it. So that's 1 and 2, more trades, less profit. But it's because of the time, which is the length of time, and the frequency. Now, I literally could not make the 2,417 trades per day on average at any profit if I were trading within 1 hour and doing that. That's just me blindly, mindlessly pressing the button. So the frequency being that high, I wouldn't have made anything. But the length of time, also, if I limited it to 4 hours, yeah, I wouldn't have probably gotten up to that. I probably would get up to a few hundred, and maybe even sometimes not. What I've learned more recently. So that's what I learned for you guys. But also trading this much has taught me this. And this is a very important thing. Time. Actually, let's do this. T for time. And, so that's the plus. Money, okay, equals higher profit. Okay, this thing is very glitchy on this Blackboard website that I found. Okay, now you're just gonna say, wait a minute, you just said the frequency and length. Yes, time plus money equals more profit. Now there have been a few of these times during that 2,417 trading days that I had, where I remember I was under $20. This happened literally twice. I can remember both of them. One was 15, the other one was some number under $20, and I traded one up to about 1,500. And remember, I told you guys that was the one I had lost. It took me either 4 hours or less than an hour. No, that was the 4-hour one. And then boom, just a few minutes all the way down, lost money. That was one. The other one, I actually gained money and I kept it. And that all happened in like 45 minutes. Yeah, time, the shorter the time, I found out, but it was depending upon it. So now I look and I'm like, does this look too shaky? There was something that I found out that if it looked too shaky, I did not trade. That's what I found out. Now I simplify that. So if you guys want to learn how to do that, you can go ahead. Of course, the coaching, $40,000 for 2 hours, or you can listen here. And if not, if you want to work your way up to being able to afford that, because I'm going to try to push people to that direction. All this group is mainly not for trading. It's for people trying to get their money up as business owners, trying to get more business to your product or service. You can look at the Bank of Trading Value. If you want that link to the Discord, I'm not putting it here because that's a different product in itself. And I'm just mentioning it here because some people did ask me about it. That's $30 per month. That is not the same thing, because somebody that's paying $40,000 for 2 hours of coaching, that's got to be such an immense value that they're going to get 5 or 10x the amount back on that amount that they would have. This is not financial advice, of course. I hesitate to say it, but in terms of when you're buying something, you're investing in your education. So they're investing in their education with me learning. And then with that knowledge, they're able to make so much more because they already have a lot of money. They don't have to do all of those things now there. So the time plus money equals profit. How does that work? So within a limited scope of time, did you know that you can do a trade and within even less than a minute? Now, I would not say this for the, if somebody's doing the 40,000, that's not what we're looking to do, a trade like that, because you're risking too much. But in less than a minute, you actually can look at the screen, say, I'm going to decide to trade. And then from there, less than 10 minutes, in the very least, and sometimes 20 seconds after that, boom, you've got $10,000. Boom, it's $20,000. And then you're done. And in some cases, it could be $4,000 or $5,000. And you say, I'm done for the rest of the day. I did what I needed to do. I got my 10, boom, smash and grab. The shorter the time, the higher the profit. The shorter the time, the more the money, the higher the profit. That's what I found. As somebody that scalped 2,417 trades per day, you don't need to use the 5-second chart, 1-minute chart, 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart. There are so many different other ways to actually make money in this trading. So many people do the yield farming, so many different ways. If you want to learn how to do that, you already know, comment there. I should have an email or something for the people that are interested in the 40,000. I got a small questionnaire that we'll do, like a short call, so that I just make sure that I'm asking you the right questions. And if it's a good fit, if it is, then we go forward. So if you guys have any questions, though, let me know. I hope this has been informative. If it is, smash that like button, comment below, and subscribe. Catch you guys on the next video.